Greetings, this is Emily, and I'd like to welcome you to this Uni-edit video. What is the future of peer review? We asked some of our experienced peer reviewers to reflect on the future of peer review and its process. While it's not a perfect system, the peer reviewers generally felt that the current peer review process works reasonably well and will continue as is for the foreseeable future. Because it is solidly embedded in academic publishing, and a better method has yet to be proposed. However, they did make some suggestions to improve the current model, which include improving the speediness of the review process, training and rewarding peer reviewers in some way. One idea for this included the departments could give greater weighting to service as a peer reviewer when considering applications for promotion and tenure, to provide more of an incentive for peer reviewers to perform reviews thoroughly and in a timely manner, and also providing more information on the whereabouts a submission is in the process because, quote, under review, end quote, gives little indication as to how long authors should expect to wait. The role of online journals. However, the peer reviewers were aware that the current process is somewhat challenged by the emergence of mostly online journals that adopt alternative methods. Some online journals refuse to adopt a peer review process and instead take a pay-to-publish approach. However, one of our respondents claimed that someone with academic training will likely understand the difference between these two types of journals and will thus view the pay-to-publish journals that do not adopt a peer review process as being less rigorous. Thus, this method is unlikely to gain popularity over time. An open review process. Another online method involves conducting open peer reviews, where the identity of the peer reviewer is known to the author. This process is supposed to improve the speed of publishing the article online, and it allows the authors and readers to determine whether the process has been just. However, experienced peer reviewers were not particularly in favor of it, confirming that they would be unwilling to participate in this method if asked. Open review methods. When asked about this method, one respondent said, quote, "This might speed things up a little, but I don't see how this would improve how far an author can tell if the review is just. Authors see the full review in a blind review process, and why would readers need to see the review? The quality of the journal and its process is a surrogate indicator of justness," end quote. While our colleague agrees that transparency would be good, he felt this method could raise just as many questions, if not more, than if answered. For example, it could call into question the legitimacy of reviews involving individuals that do or do not get on, and it might pressure peer reviewers to give more or less favorable responses based upon personal factors. Additionally, junior academics would likely be very hesitant to give poor reviews to more established scholars, which could lead to less people agreeing to perform reviews and decrease the overall standard of subsequent reviews. Open reviews with anonymity. One respondent was aware of situations where open reviews have been conducted, but not necessarily where the readers would know who the peer reviewers were. While she can see some advantages to this process, i.e. people are less likely to provide poor and personal reviews if their identity is known, and there can be fruitful engagement between the authors and peer reviewers. She agreed that potential problems exist with power relations, i.e. junior academics would feel pressure to give positive reviews of manuscripts submitted by established names in the field. Will stay the same for now. While the web is an incredible place for new ideas to be shared and to take hold, the current peer review process will likely continue for some time, although there is no doubt that new peer review mechanisms will emerge in the future. Once again, this is Emily from Uni-edit. Thank you for watching this video and feel free to check out our website. Have a great day.